you are hunting for alternatives to hysterectomy for your heavy bleeding, or your doctor has suggested Mirena as a treatment, this article can be your guide. Mirena is actually a tiny soft implant that sits quietly inside the uterus. It has transformed age-old gynecological treatments. Mirena is like the dream treatment for modern Gen X and Gen Y women. Mirena also works for contraception. Though this article won't cover its contraceptive use, we'll explore why Mirena was needed despite all the tablets and injections for the women's bleeding problems around, how it has slashed the need for hysterectomies, how Mirena works, its incredible anti-cancer benefits, all the upsides and a few possible side effects. But first, a word on which gynecological problem it tackles brilliantly. Conditions Mirena excels in. The list is long, but here is what you must know. For heavy menstrual bleeding, Mirena succeeds in 91 out of 100 women. That's 91%. Within 3 to 12 months of Mirena, in about 90% of the cases, bleeding doesn't just reduce. Hemoglobin starts rising too. Hemoglobin carries oxygen around the body. So when it rises, women get that extra energy boost. The one whose life was stuck in tummy troubles can now focus on life's joy, office holidays and more. In India, needless hysterectomies are 40 times higher than in England. Research shows proper use of Mirena means 64 out of 100 women avoiding hysterectomy altogether. For period pain, adenomyosis, endometriosis too, Mirena helps a big number of cases. Its role in symptom control is spot on. And if that is not all for you, keep learning. There is endometrial hyperplasia, a precancer condition in the uterus. Symptoms are irregular or heavy bleeding. If caught early, Mirena cuts the precancer risks in about 90% of premenopausal women. For details on endometrial hyperplasia, check my article linked below. Nowadays, young women, especially those with severe PCOS issues, need to watch for uterus lining or endometrial problems. In their tricky cases, Mirena makes a real difference. But don't self-prescribe Mirena for hyperplasia from social media, videos or articles. Chat directly with your gynecological oncologist to see if it is right for you. Plus, for uterus bleeding caused by fibroids, Mirena works well in selected cases. Once a uterine polyp is removed, to stop it recurring, nothing beats Mirena. Why Mirena when tablets exist? One of my delighted patients in Stockport once said about Mirena, it's the dream therapy for modern Gen X and Gen Y women. Fed up with daily tablet reminders, oral medicines, side effect and needless hysterectomy ordeals, women demanded better options. Research kicked off in Finland, that happy top of the list country. I love it for their lohikeito soup. One test and your mood lifts. From a 1977 pilot study through 1980s research, University of Helsinki's Professor Tapan Lukainen invented Mirena. Back then, it was called Levonorgestrel Releasing Intrauterine System or LNGIUS. Today, we know it as Mirena. One goal so that modern women could forget tummy troubles and shine at work or at home, becoming truly modern. Plus, fewer side effects from oral hormones. Bleeding stems from the uterus lining. Think, if tablets go via mouth, they reach the lining eventually at lower abdomen, but not before touring the whole body first. In the 1960s and 70s, savvy women asked, if hormones only target uterus lining, why swallow them? Oral pills soar to the breast, liver tissues and 10 other organs before arriving lower abdomen. That risks liver damage, cholesterol issues, heart problems and even new gynecological woes in some cases. Beats common sense, isn't it? Enter a new chapter of science. Deliver hormones directly to the uterus using Mirena. That too for 5 to 7 years. No nightly tablet fuss, no packing hormone pills for trips. Mirena's triumphant journey began. Pharma giant Schering, now Bayer, popularized it beyond labs. Launched in Finland in 1990s, rest is now just history. How does Mirena work? It sounds a bit tricky at first, but your health is worth it. Listen twice and it will be clear as water. Women's bodies run on two main female hormones, estrogen and progesterone. In perfect balance, these duo keep healthy and smooth. Hormone imbalances spell trouble. Not just bleeding issues, but endometriosis, adenomyosis flare up too. Even hormone-sensitive cancers can brew. Excess estrogen sparks uncontrolled cell growth. Progesterone is the star at taming that wild proliferation. Mirena packs lab-made progesterone called Levonorgestrel. Progesterone keeps runaway cells divisions in check. It even dives into cells' genetic code, whispering to DNA and RNA, enough now. Stay calm and don't make my lady ill with your mischief. Mirena battles on 3 molecular pathways. Here are these. If you are interested, ask me question. I'll be very happy to explain each of them. Timely, it halts harmful cells via apoptosis. Mirena doesn't just control bleeding, it astonishingly prevents endometrial cancer too. Mirena's pros and cons. Medical science says if something has no side effects, it has no effects possibly either. Likewise, Mirena packs loads of benefits with a few downsides. For those it suits, life transforms. Heavy periods and pain fade, no contraception worries. Patients often tell us, "Doctor, I'm over the moon." Though initially some brownish spotting or irregular light bleeding may happen, usually settling within 6 months or so. Compared to oral pills, Mirena's hormone dose is tiny. So side effects are far fewer than swallowed oral medication. Still, some get headaches, a little hair loss or mood swings. Most side effects are easily managed with regular exercise. The body typically takes 3 to 6 months to adjust to Mirena. So modern treatment needs patience. In rare cases, the body rejects Mirena. In certain infections, Mirena cannot be inserted. Even if periods stop temporarily, that's nothing to fear about. If problems get too much, quick removal is possible right at the clinic without anesthesia. After long-term use, removing Mirena may trigger temporary anxiety or Mirena crush in some. Thing is, perhaps for ages there were no kindness troubles with Mirena in sight. Worry creeps in about what happens next. These anxieties settles naturally with time. All things considered, stay a bit alert and Mirena can be a brilliant solution. For the full list of effects and side effects, read manufacturer Bayer's patient's information leaflet linked below. Mirena acts directly on the uterus lining, so systemic side effects are much lower. Unlike oral pills or hormone meds, it carries virtually negligible risk of DVT, heart issues, or breast cancer risks. Instead, Mirena slashes uterine cancer odds by many times over. No surprises, Mirena works with just 1/750th of the oral medication dose. How Mirena is fitted inside the uterus. Anesthesia is not essential for Mirena insertion. At the clinic, after paracetamol-based medication, Mirena can be fitted inside the uterus through just natural passage. After 40 though, just fitting Mirena alone might not be enough for abnormal bleeding treatment. On the same day, the uterus lining needs checking for hidden polyps or other issues. Without this check, treatment may stay incomplete. So, alongside Mirena, inserting a thin telescopic camera temporarily inside the uterus for a picture or inspection check is advisable. This is called hysteroscopy. Light anesthesia might be needed here, so the whole process is entirely painless. Most of our patients complete the procedure comfortably and head home smiling the same day. Modern outpatient hysteroscopy can be done without anesthesia, but it costs quite a bit. In countries like India, insurance does not yet cover the outpatient procedures. So typically, according to personal preference, hysteroscopy and Mirena are done as a daycare. Just with light anesthesia, patients arrive in the morning and head home by evening, nice and peaceful. After 5 to 7 years, Mirena may need replacing. If menopause happens in the meantime, Mirena won't be needed anymore. By then, you might have avoided a pointless hysterectomy surgery. If you no longer need Mirena or did not like it, removal is straightforward. At the clinic, in just 5 seconds, Mirena comes out painlessly. No anesthesia needed. Mirena, like modern treatments, have transformed gynecological care in developed nations. To know whether Mirena suits you, speak to your doctor. A full open discussion with your doctor, after all, is the secret sauce, your proper treatment, isn't it? That's all today. See you soon with another research article very soon.